10,000.
Yep.
And what's your evidence for that?
Well, first of all, you can even look up the fact that the Bible says it.
Okay, let's assume that the Bible actually isn't a good authority.
It is the best authority.
Why should we assume that?
Yeah, exactly. So that was your first of all.
Why should you assume your authority is right? You can't prove what you're saying.
Well, because you have experimental evidence, you have empirical evidence, and the Bible is a book that was
what
written.
What empirical evidence do you have
So
that Earth is 5 billion years old?
I've just explained to you, you can do radiometric dating.
That doesn't work, man.
It does work.
No, it doesn't work.
What's my man trying to prove?
That's not true.
Okay, so let's leave that aside. What other evidence do you have to say that the Earth is only 10,000 years old?
First of all, human record only goes back what?
About 6,000,
5,000 years.
Yeah.
In terms of humans writing things down, recording things, and so on.
Well, humans were always writing.
Okay, so that's fine. So then you're assuming that the Earth and humans were created at the same time.
No,
No,
not really.
The Earth,
There was what, 4,000 years?
You said 10,000. Even I'm gonna tell you this. Even using your carbon-14, they know that the Earth could be no more than 12,000 years old.
No, carbon. You're right. Carbon-14 doesn't go back very long. That's why carbon-14 is used for archaeology. It's not used for geology.
Even what's his name, Eustace Mullins, he said that the history of man goes back like 5,000 years. And all the records that you check, the Egyptian records, all go back like to 5,000, 6,000 years.
Yeah,
So
I don't argue with that.
what records have you got beyond that to prove something beyond that?
Well, you have the geological records. There were no people around.
Sorry,
but
the
you have
geological record. How do you date the rocks? You actually date the rocks by the fossils, man. You date the rocks by the fossils you find in the rocks. That's how most geologists date the rocks.
That gives you a relative dating.
A relative date. But how do you date the fossils?
You date the fossils by
what rock you
the
find
rock
them
that they are in, and by
Is the
associating
geological,
those.
you know the geological
By
comment?
associating those with radiometric
You know
dating.
the geological comment?
I'm quite familiar with it.
Yeah? Is it found anywhere in the world?
As a single sequence? No, of course not. Because you put different pieces together.
Oh, okay, alright. You can't do that, man. You just made it up. Come on, anyway, let's carry on with the lessons about these heathens. Give me Isaiah 40, man. See, man, you think you got some kind of knowledge, you haven't, man. You've been fooled, man.
14 or 40.
Man, you know what the Bible does tell you? I'll tell you something. The Bible tells you that this place is going to be destroyed.
The nations are split.
And if you ain't Israelite, if you ain't on the sign, then you're going into slavery, man.
That's not an Israelite.
That's reality right there.
Which you're not. You're a devil, man. You can tell. That's why you don't believe in the
You know
Bible.
why you're into all that philosophy? Because you're an Edomite, man.
No.
When you check out the Greeks and the Romans, that was their spirit. That's how they got down, man. Their Greek mythology and all the different, all these pagan kingdoms, you know.
Quick precept.
Go on.
Psalms 14:1. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
Yep. You know what? Your spirit is not in tune with God, with the Most High. That's why you spring like that. Your spirit's in tune with Satan.
I don't believe in God, so of course.
Read it again. Read it
The
again.
fool hath said in his heart, which is your mind, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works.
That's why that's what we're doing. That's why your nation is done over the whole planet Earth. Rape, grabbing, murdering, and pillaging the whole earth.
Lying.
And lying, and then after all that, for you to tell people that we have to believe we came from that damn monkey or something.
Or Africa.
Slavery.
Yeah.
You don't have to listen to your philosophies, man.
I'm not asking you to listen to it. I'm trying to understand what you're talking about. I came here and I saw this and I thought...
Yeah, but then you came up with some genetic garbage trying to attach a people to a land by genetics. That's impossible.
You asked me why I disagreed with that.
But mate, you know what you're going to understand? You're going to learn that the Lord, you call Jesus Christ, is coming back to take this world back over, man.
And how am I going to learn that?
When he comes back, when you see
Yeah, you're on a low level. See, your elites who taught you all this garbage, they know, man. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, them guys who actually know something, they know about the Bible is true. But they teach you peons differently because they need you to be stupid. Little peons, man. There's no point.
That's right. You know what, the elite, like the brother said, the elite families of this earth, like I said, Eustace Mullins said, the history of man, they know what's going back. what's going on out here. That's why they dig up the records of Egypt, of Babylon. Get that in them Revelations. What is it?
Oh, the earth of the
Get that. That's why they do these things. Because they know, so you don't know. You've just been taught the confusion. Like the brother said, like a lot of these scientists, they've all got theories. A lot of them don't even agree with each other, right?
No, they don't. That's the purpose
So
of
it's all
science.
theory, so it's not that it's
that's
fact
science.
because you say
That's not science. Knowledge is not confusion.
I think that's one of the differences between people that believe in science and people that don't believe in science is that you.
No,
for me,
We didn't say we don't believe in science.
Yeah.
well, I don't think you can believe in science.
What does the word science mean?
Give me a break with your etymology.
Oh, come on. You don't know anything, man.
You see what I'm saying, man? Give me a break.
One of them.
Where's
You're against what
we're
science?
against pseudoscience, man. That's what we're against.
Okay, so what science do you believe in?
The real science, man. Sciencia. Science, knowledge. Alright?
No, knowledge isn't science.
See,
Science
look,
is a
man.
process.
What do you mean science?
What do you mean?
Talking about?
What?
Science is a process.
That's rubbish.
This is
What
the
a
word.
process of what?
The word science.
Which is about,
Listen, the science is not a
coming up with
process, man.
ideas and ways to
coming
test
up with
those
ideas.
ideas. Yeah, it's about thinking of
What is
theories
that?
of
That's
things.
not facts.
And ways to know. It's not.
That's not facts.
It's not. But
Coming up with ideas is not facts.
the purpose of science is to come up with those ideas.
Hey, you know what? This is what the public fool system does to you, man. Now, the word science comes from the Greek word sciencia,
And if they're not
which
correct,
means knowledge.
you have to come up
He's
with
telling
more
us it
theories.
doesn't. He's saying it's a process.
It's a process.
You go into eat some on the
Bunsen burners and the goggles and brick.
Yeah, man, these guys are unlearned, man.
and a man.
Look, man, do you know about the Lunar Society? Do you know what the Lunar
The Lunar
Society is?
Society that used to be in Birmingham in the 18th
Yeah.
century.
Do you know they were pagans, right?
Why were they pagans?
Do you know why it was called the Lunar Society?
Why? No, I don't. Is that in the Bible as well?
Yo,
You can
man.
find everything about the Lunar
Revelation
Society in the
It's
Bible.
12
man.
and 15.
First of all,
Everything's in the Bible. Everything.
First of all, they invented that evolution so they can carry on with their. You know what eugenics is?
Yeah.
You know that's why they
I
invented
don't
that
think Charles
evolution.
Darwin was in the Lunar Society, was he? The Lunar Society, as far as I'm aware, was mainly engineers. It was Bolton and
wasn't
Watt.
just. They were all the same. Who? What did you say?
Bolton and Watt.
Yeah, they were all in the same group. They were a bunch of pagans. That's what they were. A bunch of.
Bloody bastard.
I think Charles Darwin was actually quite seriously Christian.
No, he was a pagan posing as a Christian, man.
Revelation 12 and
Said that
15.
he said he denounced that theory
Yeah,
when
he
he was on his
denounced that
deathbed.
madness anyway, man. He saw a couple finches and he thought they all came from a piece of corn. Idiot.
And the serpent cast out his mouth water as a flood after the woman.
But let's go back into the history, man. Prior to the age of enlightenment, right, the Renaissance, you had a dark ages where people actually knew some knowledge. They knew the earth was round. All that madness about them believing the earth was flat is madness. Even the Bible tells you the earth is a circle, man. It's round. That's all propaganda that they pushed out. When they came in during the Renaissance, they started pushing all these lies out there into the earth, man. That this guy believes today, like evolution, like the earth going around the sun, heliocentricity. That's all lies, man. I bet you believe that too.
You don't think the Earth goes around the sun?
But we know it doesn't.
The earth is spinning at what, 10,666 miles per hour? That's all madness, man. Do you know scientifically that's already been disproven? But you ain't gonna go look that up. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You got
tell me
the Lunar Society. They gave birth to the Royal Society, right? Which they're here in England, and what they do is they control the scientific community. They control what. Man, they set what's the popular thing to believe in and what's not. That's why evolution has gone up to the top. When evolution, there's scientists out there have disproved that. But why when they do a documentary, they don't bring that out and they bring out all this same madness that's been disproven, like, what's it called? Piltdown Man and all that madness, that's all been disproved. Go on. You got that one here?
Yeah. Well, I got First Maccabees 1 and 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place.
Yep.
And after his death, they will put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them, many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Give me what's it, 1 Thessalonians 5th chapter as well. Right, that was when the Greeks, when these so-called Europeans came into power, the Edomites, man. Every time they come into power, evil multiplies on the earth. There's more war, more disease. He's talking about genetics. They learn about the genetics. What do they start doing? Genetically modifying the vegetables, genetically modifying the animals, like killing people, giving people GMO foods. I bet this guy thinks GMO foods are good for you too. Because he's a peon, he doesn't know anything. That's a poison weapon. They invented to sterilize the people, man. When they fed that GMO food to the rats, after 3 generations, they started growing tumors out of their damn head. And they're feeding it to you people out there and calling it science. Some mad science, man.
So what's your purpose of being here today?
To condemn you, the devil. Obviously.
Because we're so inspired,
I know, man. You see, man.
No, come on. Don't you have something positive to be here?
It's possible to condemn you, man. You need to be taken out of power. You're a madman. You're going around. You are in power. Your people are in power, and they're going around teaching people that it's okay for 2 men to ramrod each other at the backside. Man can be with a damn animal. Next thing is going to be a man with a little child, because you got NAMBLA. The European Union is pushing pedestry again. Okay, look that up. Right, you're going around the world doing all kind of madness. You need to be taken out, man. That's a positive thing.
So what sort of a world do you think we should live in then?
A world where you're underneath our feet. That's the world, man. Go on, bro. You got that scripture there?
Yeah.
That man of sin. Is that the one?
That's a rather aggressive thing to say, because I actually don't think that we should live in a world where you are under my feet.
I don't care what you think, man. I don't care what you think, man. You can say that, man.
That's why we're reading Obadiah.
You got what is it? Is it 1st or 2nd Thessalonians?
I think it's the 2nd.
Yeah, get that. You know, it speaks about that man of sin.
Being revealed.
See, that's what you're gonna find out. You're the man of sin, man. That's why ever since you come up here, you just try to spew more lies. That's all you've done since you've come up here.
Okay, I'm not trying to convince you of anything.
And you're not going to, because I'm not a simple-minded Negro,
I'm
man.
not trying.
See,
I want to understand what you're saying.
They're the real Israelites, man.
And if you're actually here to do something positive, you should be trying to persuade me that you are correct.
I don't need to persuade you. You're the devil. You can't be persuaded. Someone get me that in the book of Psalms.
And mate, the point is, you're going into slavery, and our people, we're going to be the next kings on the planet Earth. You see, like Westminster over there, you got like a bunch of faggots sitting in there today in business suits. Wow. When all these places burned up in World War III, all these brothers that you see here and our people, our kind, we're going to be sitting on thrones, judging the whole earth. That's the challenge that in the Bible. See, what you have to understand is this empire that you see is a revival of the Roman Empire, man. That's all this place is. That's what it is. And the point is, that this place is going out, just like Rome went out, just like ancient Egypt went out. That's what you have to understand, you know?
All civilizations pretty much have died out in history.
So yours is next?
Yours is
in
next.
the same way. I suspect that it's not going to be you people that will inherit the world.
Of course you do. Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't suspect, man, because you got that.
Wait, let me tell you something. Yeah? You got the nerve to say that, right? Don't you know that in the Dark Ages, that was us who black people ruled Europe in the Dark Ages, man? And you took us out of power in the 1400s, which is called the Renaissance period, man. That's what they should be shown in the schools. Now, when you go to a lot of these cathedrals
and in which parts of the world are you talking about?
Europe, the whole of Europe. The whole of Europe.
All of it.
The whole of Europe. You go to a lot of these cathedrals, and you go into the
where's the icons?
inside, and you'll see pictures like this in England as well.
Yeah. No, and I have no dispute.
Have you noticed that?
So do you believe that Jesus was a real person?
Of course.
Forget whether that's correct or not. If you do,
What do you mean forget whether?
And I don't dispute that there was a person called Jesus who was a prophet and was followed by lots of people. And yes, he probably was black. Many of the complete idiot. Many of the Egyptian pharaohs probably were. Probably definitely were. None of that stuff is disputable, and actually the genetics that you don't like would support that.
No, it doesn't, man. You go back to genetics.
We're giving you the truth now. That is part of it.
And I just say
that is part of the truth.
And what I'm trying to say to you is that some of the things that you are saying to me, I agree with. You are correct, but I don't agree with all of it.
Of course,
that's fair enough, because you came out the public school system, and they taught you that this is right, but you really don't have no evidence of it, man. I'm telling you, like, you believe in evolution, you don't know what it is. You don't know the origin of it, and you couldn't define it to me, but you believe. That's your religion. Believe it or not. Listen, man, you believe in it without evidence. That's a religion. You got faith. You got faith in evolution. That's what it is.
Yeah. You know, science is really big, and one person...
stop saying science, man. It's not science. Science is empirical.
One person cannot understand every aspect of science.
Listen, man.
So a certain amount of that you have to take.